I love 18 because it's so beautiful to drink. It's for me, it's the first time we did, honestly, 100% Merlot of the center of the Galatrona, from all the vineyards planted within the 90s. No more the vineyards planted in the 20s, in the 2000, from 2000 on. And I think it's I love there is something animal, something more sensual, there is something that really reminds me the Galatrona of the origin. What was Galatrona? What I had in my mind, for example, is the first time that Galatrona used also tonneau, not only barrique. So it's 40% tonneau and 60% barrique. We are trying to also to study how the Galatrona can be more, if it's possible to say, less heavy, but more balanced. Let's say a Galatrona with more balance, less. More refined. This is remind me what's happened. Sometimes happen in Galatrona, in the young Galatrona, which are very beautiful to drink, and then of course they stay beautiful. And maybe of course after 10, 15 years, the wine it's very similar. Let's say it doesn't change. It's happened in few vintages already in Galatrona, something like that. Some vintages are more close. You have to wait a little bit more. But some vintages are so clear, so very sunny, very shiny. Also, if it was not a very warm summer, probably for this is the reason, because of course Merlot loves freshness, love the light, but not the heat. The light, it's beautiful. But what I like, it's the aroma. Come si, if it's possible to say also, if it's just bottled, which is you receive the wine that was just bottled, maybe 2-3 days before, and it's but the nose is beautiful. It's very elegant. The nose.
I think what's impressive is, in an interesting way, it reminds me more of wines of the 90s than wines of 2000s, because especially it's not quite as Galatrona.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not as concentrated, but it's super complex and layered and sophisticated.
Go on the origin of Galatrona, what we did in the 90s. You remember?
That's true.
It's a sort of the idea. My idea is that we did a lot of experimentation in the last 20 years. Now we want to go back to what was the origin of Galatrona, more or less. That the character, the real character of Galatrona, which is very Petrolo, which is very is Merlot, but it's also a lot of Petrolo. It's you remember well, Noel, what we thought at the beginning, that was maybe was something we could do something very special with Merlot, but not because we wanted to make a Merlot, but because we wanted to make a sort of Petrolo wine in that piece of land, which there was more clay than stone. So probably it was better to put some Merlot at the beginning when with my mother and Gambelli decided it. So I think now I understand which is wine. It's a long-term project. Now we maybe understand what we had in our mind 20 years ago. We are starting to understand which was the real. What we wanted, what was the idea of the Merlot of Galatrona, and what Galatrona we wanted. But of course you need time to arrive, to focus, no? To little by little arrive to, we in Italiano we say, you non nasci imparato, no? You need to improve yourself, you need to study, and wine, it's 1 year after 1 year after 1 year. I mean, 20 years, you remember, it's like yesterday. 20 years ago was like yesterday. Incredible.
Complimenti.
Grazie, James. Thank you very much.